Okay, so we're talking about lead's head position today. When to turn the head. I'm going to look at it in tango because it's more pronounced in that dance because we turn it so fast. But it's going to apply in all of the dances. You just get a little more grace with the time when you're doing a slow swing dance like waltz or foxtrot. So we're going to look at a couple of figures, and I'm going to pretend that I have Tourette's syndrome. So in terms of movement, I'm going. I'm like a little groundhog looking at the sun. Is it safe to come out of the hole? Especially in tango. I'm not going to do slow head. I'm not going to do slow head. Now in all the swing dances, follows do a ton of slow head. Sometimes they do slow head in tango. Lead pretty much never is going to have a slow head in this dance. So look at a couple figures. So this will be 2 walks and a link. And I'll talk about where to orient the head. These are all very common figures in tango. Down line, center. Back line of dance, back line of dance, back. Next, ending angle. And I do recommend closing this up really hard, even over rotating it here instead of ending down line of dance, which is what leads usually do. So turn the head back. I'll do that again, and I'll try and point to where the head's going. Walk. Notice it matches where I'm going to go next. Walk. Quick. And next finished angle. And make sure when you close that the head position is always going to be left of the hip. You're going to be really tempted to center it over your hip. Now in swing dances, I would have a temporary right hip, but it's always going to finish back over here. So if I get a really long earring hanging off my left ear, it's not going to be down my spine like it would walking around. Why is that? Because our lady is on our right. This counterbalances her. When you whack that head fast, it's foolproof leading. First of all, even if I am horrible to follow, I can see what the head's doing. The head is telegraphing to me, oh, I'm going to go that way. Oh, I'm going to go that way. Oh, I'm going to go down line. Down line. Down line. Always closing it up. As opposed to, this is the bad way. Okay, I tend to see. Like, I can't tell even if the head's turning. I'm like, is he drifting? What's he doing? So I want really distinct Tourette's syndrome. We'll look at that. Reverse turn outside of partner. So, walk, link, and quick. And reverse turn. And you'll notice every time I end, I'm here, and I'm very low in tango. That's going to help counterbalance her. Show your partner a lot of grace. You're going to feel a lot of pulling on you because this dance has a ton more acceleration and deceleration. And if she's doing her part well, she is going to pull on you. Every championship level pro I've ever danced with, I feel almost like I'm a little boxing match. Like, so your job is just to anticipate that she's gonna, I'll say, pull a little bit on your arms. And so we're always thinking about, in these rotational figures, where's my next wall? Instead of, I'm turning to the next wall. So your head is not following your feet like it would for a follow. Your head is the very first thing to go. So that should help you be a better lead for your rotational figures and look cooler and more dominant and telegraph to the other leads as well which direction you're going. Okay, and I almost forgot. I'm going to show this with a follow, and I'll do that same little routine. I'm going to add 2 walks before the reverse turn, but we're going to see all the head positions. These 2 walks will just be identical to these. So I'm going to point where the lead's head is going, okay? And notice I'm never centered, I'm always, so I'm thinking about my big old earring. So, slow, slow, quick, quick, and quick, quick, slow, 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 again, quick. And then zoom in on the head so they can see here instead of here. I can kind of get away with here because I'm not really muscular, but you never want your head in, I call it her pizza slice. You're always over on the outside of your pizza slice, whether I'm in promenade, whether I'm in close, whether I'm outside of partner. And another little cheat when you're in promenade, make sure when you're thinking about this head position, we're not weighted on this foot. So if I'm in promenade, the head is just real still. As a matter of fact, I like to do a little test. If you find you're doing test, probably not so good. And if you find you're doing test, also not good. So this is real still. And when you're with the partner, just lift and down, and make sure that you're really still, but fully weighted on that back foot, and head is ahead of the front foot instead of on the